From the analog 2008 Roadster that's now a six-figure collector's item to the $25,000 Model 2 that might just be a Model 3 just with the sole ripped out, I'm breaking down every single Tesla in the fleet. I'll tell you which one is a masterpiece, which one is a total flex that'll haunt your bank account, and which one is actually the smart buy in 2026. This is the original Tesla Roadster. It wasn't just a car, it was a proof of concept that ended up changing the world. It proved that an electric car didn't have to be a slow, ugly box. It could be a raw, open-top sports car that could embarrass a Porsche at a stoplight. So what's so special about it? First, the analog feel. This is the only Tesla that actually feels like a driver's car. It has manual steering, meaning no power assist, so you feel every pebble on the road. It's light, nimble, and handles like a go-kart on steroids. Second, power to weight. Because it uses a carbon fiber body and a tiny Lotus frame, it only weighs about 2,700 pounds. Back in 2008, a 0 to 60 time of 3.7 seconds was supercar territory. Even in 2026, that instant torque still feels violent. And third, a piece of history. Only about 2,500 were ever made. In today's market, these aren't just cars, they are blue-chip tech investments. If you see one on the road, you're looking at the iPhone 1 of the automotive world. In my opinion, the original Roadster is the only Tesla with a soul. It's loud, it's cramped, and the interior plastics feel like they came out of a 90s GM parts bin. But none of that matters when you're behind the wheel. It's raw and mechanical in a way that modern computer-on-wheels Teslas just aren't. It's a high-maintenance diva, but it's the only model that truly captures the rebel spirit Tesla used to have. This car is meant for the collectors and the EV historians. But in 2012, Tesla released the Model S, and it fundamentally changed the global conversation from EVs are a hobby to EVs are the future. While it has been refreshed several times, most notably with the 1020 horsepower Plaid launch and the 2026 tweaks like adaptive headlights and improved sound insulation, its core mission remains unchanged, being the fastest luxury sedan on the road. Here's what's special about this one. The Plaid speed is the first thing everyone talks about because 1020 horsepower is simply absurd. We're talking about a 0 to 60 time of 1.99 seconds, which isn't just fast, it's physically uncomfortable for your passengers. Beyond the speed, it is the master of range. Even in 2026, the Model S long range remains a king of the road, pushing over 410 miles on a single charge to make it the ultimate road trip EV. Finally, there is the hatchback utility. It looks like a standard sedan, but it is actually a liftback, meaning the entire rear glass opens up to provide SUV-like cargo space that can fit a bike without taking the wheels off. However, I'll be honest, it is starting to feel like a very old platform that has been polished to death. It is a brilliant piece of engineering, but it is no longer the new kid on the block it once was. If the Model S was a statement of performance, the Model X was a statement of pure audacity. Released in late 2015, this was Tesla's attempt to reinvent the SUV from the ground up. It is taller, heavier, and significantly more complicated than anything else in the fleet, serving as a rolling laboratory for Tesla's most ambitious and sometimes frustrating ideas. So what's special about it? Let's be real, the Falcon Wing doors are the ultimate party trick, but they aren't just for show. They actually make it incredibly easy to load a car seat or a toddler in a tight parking spot because the double hinge design allows the door to lift up rather than out. Then there is the view. The Model X features the largest panoramic glass windshield in production, curving all the way over your head to make you feel like you're in the cockpit of a fighter jet. Performance-wise, you can get this in a plaid trim, just like the Model S. Having 1,020 horsepower in a 3-row SUV that can haul 7 people is objectively hilarious, especially since it hits 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, faster than most Lamborghinis. Plus, the 2026 refresh has finally given it the interior it deserves, featuring better ambient lighting, a much quieter cabin, and a revised suspension that actually feels like a luxury ride rather than just a firm one. In my opinion, the Model X is the most Elon car in the fleet. It is over-engineered, slightly impractical, and unnecessarily flashy. I call it the Flex UV. If you want the most practical SUV, you buy a Model Y. But if you want the one that makes everyone in the parking lot stop and stare while you enjoy a panoramic view of the sky, you buy the X. The Model 3 was the make-or-break car for Tesla. As their entry-level sedan, it was designed to bring high-tech electric driving to the mass market. It recently underwent a massive Highland refresh, which fixed many of the original complaints but introduced a few new quirks. What's so special about it? First and foremost, the Model 3 is an efficiency legend. It is one of the most aerodynamic vehicles ever made, meaning it cuts through the air like a knife and ensures you get more miles out of every dollar spent on charging. With the 2024 to 2026 Highland models, the refinement is finally where it should be. The suspension is actually comfortable, and the cabin is much quieter thanks to the addition of acoustic glass. It no longer feels like a noisy tin box, but rather a proper premium sedan. It is also the most fun Tesla to drive because it is smaller and lower to the ground than the SUVs. The steering is sharp and nimble, and if you opt for the performance trim, it will hit 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, outperforming supercars that cost 4 times as much. In my opinion, the Model 3 is the smartphone of cars. It is sleek, it is fast, and the software is still years ahead of the competition. However, by removing the stalks and physical controls, Tesla has made it feel a bit more like a gadget and a bit less like a car. It is the best value in the lineup, but you have to be willing to relearn how to drive if you want to enjoy it. Now, the Model Y is the most popular car on the planet for a reason. It took everything that made the Model 3 great and stretched it, lifted it, and transformed it into a crossover. As of 2026, the long-awaited Juniper refresh has officially hit the streets, finally bringing the interior in line with the high-tech premium feel of the newer Model 3 and Model S. Here's what's special about Model Y. The first thing to appreciate is the Goldilocks size. It occupies the perfect middle ground by offering the highest seating position people love in SUVs, while remaining small enough to park easily in a crowded city. It is also the undisputed hatchback king. Unlike the narrow trunk of the Model 3, the Model Y features a massive rear hatch with 76 cubic feet of space, allowing you to fit a twin-sized mattress in the back for camp mode. The 2026 Juniper upgrades have finally addressed the biggest complaints by adding ventilated seats, which are a total lifesaver in the summer, and a dedicated 8-inch screen for passengers in the back. Combine that with the much improved acoustic glass, and the cabin is finally as quiet as a luxury European SUV. Plus, the performance is still there. Even the boring family version is fast, with the performance trim hitting 0 to 60 in just 3.3 seconds, beating a 2026 Porsche Macan EV for significantly less money. In my opinion, the Model Y is the best only car you can own. It does everything well and is arguably the most practical vehicle ever made. However, because it is so common, it has started to feel a bit like a home appliance. It is the ultimate tool for a modern family, but it lacks the soul or the sense of occasion you get when you step into a Model X or a Cybertruck. Now moving on to the famous Cybertruck. The Cybertruck is Tesla's burn the boats moment. They threw out every rule of automotive design: no paint, no curves, and, as of the 2026 models, almost no traditional mechanical parts. It's a rolling laboratory for what Tesla thinks the future should look like. What's special about it? The killer feature is steer-by-wire. Because there is no physical steering column, turning the yoke just sends an electrical signal to a motor, allowing for a variable steering ratio. You can do a full U-turn without ever crossing your arms, making this massive tank feel like a nimble sports car in a parking lot. It also led the 48-volt revolution, using a higher voltage system that allowed for thinner, lighter wiring, making the truck significantly more efficient. Then there is the indestructible vibe. The stainless steel exoskeleton means you never have to worry about shopping cart dings or door chips. And if you opt for Beast Mode, you're getting a 3-motor setup that launches 7,000 pounds from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. A physics-defying experience that has to be felt to be believed. In my honest opinion, the Cybertruck is a masterpiece of engineering, hidden inside a polarizing art project. It is the best conversation starter ever built, but it is a compromised truck. If you actually need to do heavy-duty farm work, a Ford F-150 Lightning is more practical. But if you want to feel like you're driving the future, nothing else even comes close. If the current lineup is about dominance, the future lineup is about two things: absolute speed and absolute autonomy. First, the Roadster 2.0. Tesla is promising a 0 to 60 time of under 1 second. They're talking about a SpaceX package with cold gas thrusters that could theoretically let the car hop or hover. It's meant to be the ultimate middle finger to gasoline supercars. This one is for people who have more money than patience and want to own a literal rocket ship on wheels. Second, the Model 2. This is the Holy Grail. A compact, affordable Tesla that brings the T badge to everyone. It's rumored to be a hatchback built on a new, ultra-efficient manufacturing platform. This car is probably mostly for students, city dwellers, and anyone who wants a Tesla but doesn't want a $500 monthly car payment. Third, the Cybercab. This one looks like a baby Cybertruck. The good thing is that it's designed to be a pure autonomous taxi that makes you money while you sleep. It's mostly for Uber drivers who want to retire and fleet owners who want to run a robotic taxi business. But I think the Model 2 is the most important car Tesla will ever make. But it's the one Elon is the least excited about because it's boring. He wants the Cybercab to work because that's the sci-fi future. That's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, then you can drop a like below or maybe even subscribe. Thanks for watching.